right, here we go. In the middle of the wheat fields. Signal's going to drop off. Well, all we can do is, there you go. All right. Well, I'm going to get up here, make our route traffic back. We're going to make our delivery up here in Fargo. We'll have enough time to go make at least our first pickup. We should have no problem getting our second pickup. And like I said, I'm probably not getting really far outside of Fargo tonight. But we'll see what the weather does, how I'm feeling. The only thing I do know is that I will be stopping in Livingston, Montana. I will be stopping at the town pump there in Livingston because I will be doing some shopping at the Albertsons right there. That's a good store. Be able to do some little grocery shopping there. But other than that, I have no other real plans for for going out to Washington. Well, no, none of the trucks at this company come with any kind of navigation. They don't come with cameras in them. They don't come with the lane assist. They don't come with any of that overbearing nonsense in the trucks. No dash cam, no, like I said, side radar, front radar, no camera looking into here. I have a friend who started at trucking school with me. He started the same company I did for my first company. He's with Millis Transfer. He's got those noises and the radar and the braking and all that other jazz always going off because people are cutting them off and doing something on the road, and he's the one who has to deal with all that aggravation. And thank goodness I don't have to deal with that. Now, as much as I liked Millis, Millis Trucking, or Millis Truck Lines, as much as I liked that company, that's one of those things that I really did not like. I did not like, driving automatic. I did not like the cameras. I did not like the radar. It's like, it just was not, let the professional do the job, right? So. All right, so here we are, US 12. Go, I think Millbank is over here, is this little town right here, over to the right, to the east. You have to go a bit west to Aberdeen. That's where I was originally going to be picking up my reload after I delivered here in Fargo. But that load was taken off of me. Now we're, instead of going to Alva, Oklahoma, we're going out to 2 stops in Washington State. All right. Coffee cup. I have stopped at this TA here, this TA, I guess TA Express or Quick Stop, whatever they're calling it. they call it express. I've stopped here before and did a load check here. What little I saw, it wasn't too bad of a place. Beyond that, I could not tell you anything more about that. It was I think it was winter time as well I was in there. But that's been 10 months to a year. Yeah, something like that. 9, 10, I think it was winter time, so January, December, I think that was when I was in there at that TA Express coffee cup place. Mile marker 207 on I-29 in South Dakota. Alrighty, so we still got 107 miles to go to our delivery. And for 2 pickups and 2 deliveries, that'll leave 1,558 miles without the other stops I need to make in between for fuel, load checks, stopping for the night, whatnot. So we're just gonna say almost 1,600 miles, or at least 1,550. I rarely see max. I mean, I think in the past 2 weeks I've seen 5 max out here, so I rarely see max. I rarely see Western Stars. You know, International. I think I've seen more of the Lone Star International than I have seen a regular International. Pro Star, any of those. Kenworth, Peterbilt. That's the main thing I see out here. So. I'm eating a little bit of lunch here, a little bit of, let's see, I got from the Stones truck stop there in Watertown, South Dakota. I got 2 chicken thighs, 1 drumstick, 2 hash browns, and 5 chicken tenders from their little mini hot bar they got there. And I have to say, it's actually not too bad. You know? Well, thank you, Josh. I appreciate that. All right, so we are roughly about half an hour, roughly from the border here with North Dakota. Got roughly an hour and a half up to my delivery, so around 2:30. Probably more like 3:15. Probably around 3:15 we'll leave there. Let's see, we got we got about 10 minutes from there to our first pickup. A minimum half an hour there. Then another, so now that's, like I said, it's about 3 miles to our second pickup. That's going to take a minimum of 40 minutes to load and get, yeah, you know, sundown before we actually get out there. If we can load, you know, there tonight. Get loaded a case today. We're gonna find a place to park. We will go get loaded. And we will just try to bebop as west as possible. Like I said, we got to get to Minnesota into Montana. And I am thinking, trying to think where I can actually get to. I won't be able to get to Butte. I don't think I'll be able to get to Livingston, definitely. I'm not going to make Billings, I don't think. I really don't want to stop at Billings anyway, but now we'll just have to see what the clock lets me do, what the miles let me do. Like I said, the biggest issue is once we do get loaded and started heading west out to Washington, the biggest thing is dealing with the Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and then the weekend. So the worst part about it is going to be stuck near Spokane. And really the closest place that I could even imagine staying is there in Post Falls, Idaho. Or all the way back in Missoula if I'm going to spend the weekend somewhere. Or spend, you know, before I make a delivery. You know, I'm not going to stop at that that Pilot Flying J or whatever that crap place is there in Spokane. That place sucks. And Post Falls is about as close as I'm going to get. And yeah, the X15 has been pretty decent. I mean, this truck has it. All of our trucks at this company have it. But that's, you know, that's going to be some of the calculations that I have to deal with. So I will not be able to deliver until Monday in Spokane because of the holiday. And then it's a minimum of a full day's ride for the most part across Washington after I deliver Monday to get over to the west side of the state up near the Canadian border, you know, north of Seattle. Now the biggest issue with that is dealing with the mountains, with the weather. I got to be aware of the chain laws in those areas, and any kind of restriction on the highway for the chain laws must no call me. That's going to be the biggest of the worries. You know? But we will do, pardon me, we'll do what we can, dang it, as we can, leave safely, and only as quick as we are possible that we were able to do. Pardon me. But other than that, nothing too exciting going on. And like I said on Facebook this morning, doing the live stream there, excuse me, I have enough food on the truck that I really don't have to do any shopping. But there is something I want to do for Christmas, which I may do a live stream for that, for the cooking. But I'll see what I can actually get from a grocery store. See how that's going to affect how what I cook and how I cook it. Well, I'm not going to do. I probably will not do it on Friday. I will do it on Christmas Eve, because I think more people will be busy on Christmas Day. But either I'm going to do a Cornish game hen, or I am going to do a ham. I am not entirely sure what I'm going to do, but it's a matter of what I can find at a grocery store that I can do a Christmas dinner with. It's just a lot of preparation with the limited time and tools that I have. I'm going to try to come up with something halfway decent, hopefully. All I can do is see. There's nothing more than that I could even think about promising. Oh, perfect. All right, 90 miles to go. Like I said, we get there about 2:30. The faster I can get this stuff offloaded, I mean, I need somebody to take 2 pallets off with a forklift, and hopefully they can forklift off the scissor lift, so it doesn't have to be driven off the back of the truck. The boom lift that, you know, that's not a problem. Just turn the engine on and drive it off. And hopefully that doesn't take too long. The less time it takes, the faster I can get to my first pickup, the faster I get that done, get to my second pickup to actually get that done today. But we'll just do as we can do. But you know, as far as meals are concerned today, you know, besides the chicken I had, I got a little bit of pulled pork in there. I have beef stew I made last night, which I'm going to have 2 nice big bowls of that for dinner tonight. Tomorrow for lunch, I'm going to do the pulled pork sandwiches. I'm going to do that tomorrow for lunch. I have the chuck eye steak, which I cut into 3 pieces. I'm going to braise those in a nice sauce, nice cooking liquid. Get those super tender, and then thicken the sauce up. I'm going to put those on some decent roll. I'm going to have some chuck eye steak sandwiches. I'll have that for dinner tomorrow. And then, you know, of course, Christmas dinner, or either on, you know, probably on Thursday is what I really prefer to do. And then Friday, I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to do soba, a hot soba, I think, which is basically just like ramen except using buckwheat noodles. A little bit different flavor, slightly bit different texture. But we'll save for what comes on for the weekend. I ain't planning that far ahead. But I bought my Christmas present for myself. I bought me a nice silver-lined copper pan to cook with. Which for the price I think was a good deal. With shipping, it's about $355 for a good copper pan with a silver lining on the inside, which I've been wanting something like that for a long time. Now that's typically not going to be something anybody ever has on a truck. Just like having a pasta maker. I don't think any other driver, at least the ones I've seen on YouTube, and any of the ones that are part of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of, nobody else talks about having a pasta maker. I think I'm the only. I think I'm the only on the truck, and I think I'll have the only high-end copper pan on a truck, which there's going to be some things that I'm going to cook that are going to come out so much better. Uh-oh, somebody was being bad. Got pulled over by the little police here. not speeding and driving reckless, you can't get pulled over. Well, not exactly true, but that's the number one reason you get pulled over. You didn't secure your load, you didn't close the door, you got parts hanging off, you're missing parts that are supposed to be on the truck, your lights ain't working. You know, for the one of a pre-trip, you know, mile marker 332. Just around 20-something miles away from the border with North Dakota. And using a turn signal and learning how to drive helps you merge on the highway there, lady. No turn signal. Way to be safe on the highway. All right. Well, there we go. Oh, lordy, 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 lordy. Right, so this is South Dakota. A little bit of corn, lots of wheat. I think a bit of beans were grown in this area, but it is what it is. And for me, this is mostly boring, flat, blah land. I need a little bit more change of elevation. I need trees. I need a little, just a tiny bit more bustle and civilization than this. But there you go. Alright, we got a oversized load here. What's this guy got? He's got an empty trailer is what he's got. With an empty trailer, he requires escorts because he's over 120 foot long. Continental Divide. Here we are. To the west, everything here is going to flow into the Pacific Ocean. To the east, everything's going to flow into the Atlantic and the Gulf of Mexico. Ready. Well, like I said, I got my Christmas present to myself. If you want to see what I'm talking about, go to Soy, S-O-Y. I don't know how to spell it. I don't know how to spell the thing. Just go to Soy Copper Pan. And Google will take you to the website. It's based out of Turkey, the country. You know, and if you go to NT Frying Pan, you'll see the frying pan that I'm getting. Nice high quality pan. I'm gonna do some cooking in that. I'm gonna, oh man, the things I'll be able to do with that pan that I can't do with what I got right now. Oh man, I tell you. Oh, excuse me. So a silver lined, all copper pan. And the silver is lined on the inside so that you can actually cook on it. That's going to be amazing. I'm gonna really enjoy that. I mean, that's one of those kitchen items that to me is really worth the money. I said a 24 centimeter pan, so basically a 9 a 9.5 almost inch pan, little frying pan, $350 to $5, which the shipping is included with that. To me, that's well worth the money. That is worth every single penny of that. It's not expensive in my view, because it's worth the money that you spend with it. You know, the little copper, you know, ceramic copper, you know, pan I got from Walmart that was like $10 or so. That, you know, it was worth about that amount of money. I wouldn't pay more. I wouldn't pay like $15 for that pan, because that's too expensive for that particular pan. But the difference between this new copper pan and this Walmart pan that I got, the ability to cook the way I want is the difference between eating a microwave hot dog that's been sitting in a plastic wrapper on a shelf for a year and a filet mignon of the best quality meat in a nice restaurant. You know, it's that night and day. Now, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I do have enough knowledge and skill, not talent. I don't have a talent for cooking. I have skill in cooking. Two entirely different things. One, the skill has to be learned. The talent is inherent. I just don't have that. Well, if I do, it's very low level. But I have enough skill to make what I have work for me and deliver a good result. But now with this new pan, I'll be able to do something even better with the skills that I have. So, like I said, to me, that one pan is well worth the money. And believe it or not, that one pan costs, I don't know, has about the same cost that all my other kitchen stuff did. It's about 50% the price of all my other cooking gear combined, of the stuff that I have on the truck. Would not have this much cooking gear. A tiny fraction of the remaining would not have as much cooking gear as I do, and even tinier amount would have an equal amount to me. But I seriously doubt that any other truck driver will have what I have. Mother F trucker! Okay, so now I gotta stop talking about food, because she's gonna make me do some sit-ups and do some yoga, which I just can't do right now while I'm eating a chicken tender from a truck stop. So just about an hour north. Here to Fargo on I-29. We got about 8 or 9 miles to the border right now with North Dakota. Minnesota is off to our right. To the east here, about 12 or 13 miles. down there is all covered with ice. Temperature says well, I was in Nebraska this morning. I was in York, Nebraska. Stayed at the Petro there. I got there. I got to the Petro in Nebraska at Sunday night. I did a reset of my clock all day yesterday. But I came into Nebraska on US 81, out of Kansas through Oklahoma, from Texas, from bringing this load here from Phoenix and Tucson, Arizona. So a little bit of back roading in on the US Highway 54, 56, 283, US 81. But it's much of a muchness, a lot of same type of kind of environment between Nebraska and South Dakota. So it's easy to get yourself confused as to where you exactly are. Hollow State Park. Looked like there was a beaver lodge in that pond. Maybe we'll get lucky with the weather up here in Florida, just to have some snowfall and high winds. Maybe we'll get lucky with it. All the standing water around here is just completely ice covered. Well, I gotta tell you, may not be Royal Farms fried chicken, but this is pretty decent for a truck stop. So nice when people are not afraid of salt and they actually know how to use it. Bit of a cornfield off to the right. Just about to come up to 3 miles to the border, and Rand McNally will yell at me here just a little bit. Border, 3 miles away. Okie dokie. Yes. And about 28 miles ahead, we'll have a way station in North Dakota. So I think once we get here to North Dakota, there we go, 3 miles. So like I said, once we get into North Dakota here, I think we'll stop the live stream. My Audible audiobook account just gave me a new credit for a book. I downloaded the complete works of Edgar Allan Poe. Beautiful driving there, knucklehead. No turn signal, just turn right in front of the big truck. That's brilliant. So we're going to listen to Edgar Allan Poe for the audiobook for a little entertainment while I'm driving. And here's the thing. I'm originally from Baltimore. Edgar Allan Poe's grave is in Baltimore at a church called Westminster Hall. As a lawn care, tree and shrub care, technician specialist. I had the fortune to take care of that church and to treat all the plants and grass. So I will be getting in touch with my Baltimore heritage. Even though the best heritage of the world, considering he died drunk in a gutter in Baltimore. But hey, Baltimore, you know. Dakota Magic, because they managed to get through the state through New Mexico, Texas, Oklahoma. Now we're here in North. Take out to Washington State. So I just want to say thank you to everybody for joining me, listening to me drone on and whine and cry and moan and groan and repeat myself 14 times as I often do. But say thank you, God bless. And I hope every one of you has a Merry Christmas. And if I do not see you again, at least through YouTube and Facebook, have a Happy New Year. Have a happy birthday. Have a happy anniversary. Have a happy mid-afternoon cup of coffee. Whatever kind of happy day you want to have, please have it. But Happy New Year, Merry Christmas,